Good evening, everyone. Uh, I first of all welcome you all to today's session on evolutionary changes in the security market. Uh, this webinar is in association with NSDL, National Securities Depository Limited, and Himani ma'am, manager NSDL, is along with us on this topic. Welcome, Himani ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir.
So we'll be starting the session now, and first we'll see what all changes are there in depositories, and Himani ma'am will be giving us the presentation, and later on I'll be talking about the stock market changes are there. In the end, we'll be taking question and answer session. For all your queries, kindly hold for the session, and in the end, we'll be taking up all the question and answers from participants.
So I hope I am properly audible, sir.
Yeah, all clear, ma'am.
Okay, so let me just share my screen with you all. So a very good evening, everyone. Welcome to this webinar today. I hope this will add some value to your knowledge about the depository. So this we all know that market regulator is SEBI, and all the entities like the commodity exchanges, depositories, other entities like mutual fund advisors, and the other entities like the RTAs, everyone is coming under the purview of SEBI. So when we want to start investment in the securities market, basically we need to have three types of accounts. Like you must be already having Demat account with Abhipra Capital. So one bank account, trading account, and a Demat account. So there are some brokers who are offering both the services. So then you can, as per your convenience, decide where you want to open the account. We'll talk about NSDL. So NSDL was the first depository which was formed in 1996, and we have the presence all over in country and other countries out of India also. So we have wide network of depository participants and their service centers, which is approximately 36,000, and we are covering 99% pin codes in India. If we talk about the growth of NSDL, so the custody value, the value of the holdings that every client is having in their Demat account has increased to almost 300 lakhs crores, which is the 89% of the market share. So we all know there are two depositories, NSDL and CDSL. So in NSDL there is 89% of the custody value. Then this is the structure how the entities in the capital market are working. So NSDL is in the center, and all other entities like the depository participants, stockbrokers, clearing corporations, the company, all these are electronically connected. So the best advantage is that there are no geographical barriers currently. Earlier, we used to face a lot of issues in transfer of the shares when it used to be in the physical form. But now the transfers are happening instantly. We are on a T+2 settlement cycle. With certain scripts, we have now shifted to T+1 also. Services that are offered by depository participants, we all know that Demat, Remat, mutual funds, account freezing, margin pledge, these are all services that any depository participant is offering. For opening a Demat account, PAN card is must. As proof of address, you can give Aadhaar, passport, voter ID, driving license. And for proof of bank, you can give your cancel check or a passbook. Now there are certain DPs which have started the facility of online account opening. Like Abhipra Capital has also come up with this feature. They'll brief you about their own platform at the once my presentation is over. So in the online process, it's very simple now. So the broker or a DP will just collect a PAN and do the in-person verification, and you have to fill your form online on your own. Once it is completely filled and all the KYC norms are properly done, you have to do e-sign, and once the e-sign is done, your account is opened. In Demat account, there is one new feature that has been added, that you can operate the account either jointly or separately also. So this recent guideline has come. Earlier, there was a strict guideline that it has to be operated jointly. It was not like a bank account which you could operate on either a survivor basis. But now this change has come in Demat account. You can choose whether you want to operate it jointly or whether you want to operate it singly. Nomination in Demat account is something which is really important, although it's not fixed, or I mean it's not mandatory, but it is recommended. So there are two things that you need to do. Either you have to nominate in the account, or you have to select the option that I do not wish to nominate. So it has to be clear indication from the client that they do not wish to nominate. But nomination is very, very important, because the process of transmission, that means the shifting of the holdings at the time of the death of the account holder, becomes very smooth when the nomination is there. Otherwise, the legal hires have to bear the consequences, and they need to just roam around here and there with court or with DP or wherever. So to make it very simple, nomination you need to do, and you can do 3 nominations in the Demat account with equal share. So the maximum number of nominees 3, 1, 2 or 3, that is your choice. Transmission process, I'll just quickly explain different scenarios. When there is a single account and there is nomination given, then very simply nominee will get all the shares. But if nomination is not there, then the legal hires will have to produce the documents. So there is a relaxation in this documentation process. Just 2-3 days back, SEBI has declared a new guideline that if any person has holdings more than 15 lakhs, then they can just less than 15 lakhs, then they can just give a indemnity and death certificate. So this recent guideline has come just 2-3 days back. Official gazette was declared in April. So NSDL will very soon come up with a new circular in which we will clearly define you what exact documents and with what format you can use that. If there is a joint account, then the surviving holder, if death of one of the joint holder happens, then the surviving will get. If all the joint holder dies, then if nomination is there, nominee will get. If nomination is not there, then legal hires have to produce certain documents. In physical certificates also, transmission is possible. So suppose there are joint holders A and B on the certificate, and one of the joint holder has died. Then what will the other do? He will open a bank Demat account in his name and produce the death certificate of that holder. So A and B are there. A has died. B will open a Demat account, produce the death certificate of A, and these certificates will be dematted in the account of B. This process we call as transmission cum Demat. Basic services Demat account is a type of account which actually helps you to save the annual maintenance cost. So annual maintenance you need to pay to your DP for opening a Demat account and operating a Demat account. So when you tag this account as BSDA, when you designate this account as BSDA, basic services Demat account, you can save the AMC. But there has to be a criteria. What is that criteria? Value of holdings. If it is up to 1.50 lakh, there is 0 AMC. If the value of holding is up to 4 lakhs, maximum 100 rupees. And if the value of holding any time is reached a level of 4 lakhs and above, then as per the regular AMC, you need to pay. So where all you can use your Demat account, you all must be aware also. For IPOs, NFOs, you can receive the allotment directly if you are providing your DP ID and client ID in the application. You can receive your corporate benefits like the bonus, rights, etc. directly in your Demat account. Cash benefits like dividend, interest or maturity amount will be directly credited in your bank account, which is linked to your Demat account. And you can easily get loans against securities also. Now, this was how you can open account and what all features are available. But the main thing is that how you are going to operate this account, manage this account. So NSDL is sending a consolidated account statement, which was introduced in around 2014. And it has a unique concept because it contains all your investments across the capital market, whether it's mutual fund, preference shares, bonds, debentures, anything. So it will come under one single statement. Even the mutual funds that you are holding in physical form, that will also come in your cash statement. So this cash statement gives a complete view of your portfolio. What is the valuation? It shows the progress and growth also. So it becomes very easy for you to make a judgment whether you want to continue investment or you want to switch or you want to exit. So this cash statement is available through eCash, electronic cash, if you have subscribed to that, or otherwise you will get it physically. Now, in case you want to take it through electronic form, this is the website www.nsdlcash.nsdl.com. Visit that website, register yourself for eCash, and from next month onwards, you will start getting the cash on your email. There are certain electronic based services that NSDL is offering, which makes your work very easy. So if you want to see your transactions, see your cash, download your cash, then Ideas is the facility. And you can view your holdings and transactions. This is freely available. You can just register yourself through password based and you can start using the Ideas facility. Speedy mobile app is available on Play Store and iPhone. It is actually very useful. You have to just register yourself and you can view your holdings, and you can even register for Ideas through Speedy. You can confirm your EDIS, that means electronic delivery instruction slip. You can redeem your mutual fund. So all these facilities are available on simply on your mobile phone. Also, NSD Speedy is a facility. Abhipra Capital is offering this service, so you can avail this service. You don't need to visit their office again and again. So for processing your transactions, your slips, you can submit it online. Then there are certain mandatory KYC information from 1st August 2021. All the clients must provide the following information at the time of account opening, like name, address, PAN, valid mobile number, valid email ID, and income range. These are called the 6 KYC attributes. So if you have not completed any of this information, then kindly update it before 30th June, because that is the last date. So NSDL has been sending some reminder SMS, emails. You must be getting it on your SMS and email IDs. So kindly approach your DP and complete these particular parameters. Then your account will not be frozen after 30th June. Also, NSDL started sending OTP for the off-market transfer. So off-market transfer is the transfer wherein you are transferring shares from your account to any known person's account, not to a broker. So maybe friend, relative, or any other person. In that case, in case the client has a joint account, so any one holder may provide such consent through OTP. And on the execution day, the day when you are putting that instruction, submitting that instruction, and the shares are about to transfer from your account, a link would be generated and sent by NSDL on your mobile number and email ID. On clicking on that link, you will be directed to a web page where after authentication, your instructions will be passed. So, but this OTP confirmation will be done subject to the payment of stamp duty as applicable. So wherever it is applicable, you need to pay the stamp duty. Submit this OTP. Once you do the OTP confirmation on the day of the execution date, your transaction will process. If you do not complete this OTP confirmation process, then your instruction will be rejected. Also make sure that this mobile number and email ID are correctly registered in your Demat account, so that when you are processing any instruction, you will be receiving that OTP and you do not face any problems. So as a prudent investor, there are certain things that I would like to just remind you. So whenever you are signing any documents, any statements, contract notes, just keep a record of that. Change your password of online accounts frequently. Never share your OTP and PIN with anyone. Read SMS, emails, letters, statements, whatever are sent to you by your broker, by bank or a DP or NSDL, keep it updated. And whenever we are issuing you the delivery instruction slip, make sure it has your client ID on it. Inform your DP about any change in your personal information like address, bank account immediately. Always mention your mobile number and email ID in your account opening form. Never deal with any unregistered or unauthorized market intermediary. Check the SEBI website that whether the stockbroker is registered or not. Do not act on unsolicited SMS or emails who provides your tips and recommendations. Always take advice from a reliable source. Do not fall prey to stock tips, and always invest with your own money. Never borrow money and then invest. So that's all I wanted to tell you. Also, one more thing, link your Aadhaar to your PAN number before 31st March 2022. Otherwise, your Aadhaar, your Demat account will start facing problems. So these 6 KYC attributes as well as PAN linking with Aadhaar is really, really important nowadays. So these are the important numbers and important email IDs. In case you want to reach to NSDL, you can just note down these numbers. So thank you so much. Thank you everyone for your patient listening. In case you have any queries, you can ask at the end.
Thank you, ma'am. It was really informative. Just before starting my seminar, I just wanted to ask you one thing. Ma'am, when we are talking about linking your Aadhaar with PAN, most of the investors have already done. But now, if somebody has not done it, since last 2-3 months, investors are not actually able to get their Aadhaar registered with PAN. In that case, what will be the scenario? Because on the website of income tax, Aadhaar is still not getting updated. How will the investor take care of it? Himani ma'am?
Sir, did you face any particular issues, or you have certain cases, or you're generally talking?
Ma'am, there was a case today also. I was discussing with the investor, and he was not able to do it. That is why I put it because since Aadhaar is not getting
intact. Yeah, so sir, in that case, you can just reach out to us with those particular PANs where you are facing problems. So we look into it separately.
Sure. Thank you.